Hello fellow traveler of worlds, and welcome back to another video. And if you're new here, welcome of course wholeheartedly. My name is Frederique, and I was supposed to take a week off from posting this week. But here I am back. Because I got inspired. Or not even inspired, I got upset. And the upsetness inspired inspiration. Does that even make sense? I don't know. I am not the best at chatty videos. I think I haven't really done them before. I've tried them before and I've failed because I just end up talking about completely different things than the theme for the chatty video. So if I manage to post this, at least I'll give myself like a pat on the back for staying on track of the topic of that I want to talk about. Of that blah, blah, blah. Anyway, welcome. 2023 is nearing an end. And 2024 is soon to knock at our doors. And with that comes the pressure of new goals, new plans, new planners, new schedules, new routines. Not even new, but like people get in this mindset of, oh, it's a new year, so now we're gonna amp it up, or now this is gonna be the year where things change, where things get better, where things blah, blah, blah. And that is good. I am not talking badly about it by any means. It is really good, I think, for people to have goals and things they want to do, things they want to reach, things they want to achieve. It's a really good way to keep your mind on track and to have focus, to have a purpose. But then there are people like us, or should I say me, and then just hope that you are one of them. Even though I don't hope that you are one of them, because that would mean that you are miserable at times. Awkward laughter right there. But yeah, then there are people like me, and probably others out there too, who see those beautiful planning videos, these beautiful notebooks, these beautiful schedules, hear all these amazing plans, these amazing goals, and seeing all these wrap-up videos of people who have accomplished these goals, and they've had the biggest year of their life, and I just get completely overwhelmed and I sit in a corner and I cry because I'm not one of those people. I don't think I will ever be one of those people, but I won't say that too loudly because I'm allowing for the change. Maybe I become a really a planning fanatic, goal setting fanatic. Who knows? Because I have up until now been living in a very past centered life. So I started making these healing diaries videos where I talk about my healing journey, about letting go of things that happened, facing and processing trauma, and accepting my mental illnesses that I want to heal from, and now opening up for a future so that I can embrace new things and not be stuck in old patterns. And up until now, I've been living in old patterns and old beliefs and old paradigms. And yeah, so planning hasn't really been a beautiful fit into that. And ironically, now that I've been working on myself a little bit more and really try to process things, and I have, recently had the best excitement feelings about life than I have in a long, long time. If I've ever felt it before, really. I've also had my deepest lows. And I think that is all a part of the healing process. But experiencing those highs has given me the feeling of, oh, I can have energy to do things. And when I have the energy to do things, my mind instantly goes into the, oh, I have energy, so I can do things, I can plan things, I can set goals, I can woohoo, just go that way, And you skyrocket to something completely unrealistic. To put it very simply. And I know it's unrealistic, but still my mind goes there, my ego goes there, and I think a part of it is also that when you have lived for so long in a self-sabotaging cycle where you constantly fall back into old habits, old patterns, because you have unprocessed trauma, unprocessed mental health issues, your ego is wired in a way that is self-sabotaging, self-destructing. So something that looks self-sabotaging for me is that I get this excitement, this energy. I'm going to do a lot of stuff and I'm going to plan everything, and then I don't do any of those things, no matter how small those plans are, because I end up in a bad phase. I end up in a dip, and I lose complete faith in my own ability to do things. And I'm definitely seeing that pattern. I am definitely seeing that pattern within myself. And it happened again because I'm seeing all these beautiful 23, 24 videos where people are gonna do all the things. And here I am, getting caught up in that trap. I think that's what I'm trying to say. I am aware that these videos, that these people who can do everything and have, can schedule everything, all of these are just camera angles, camera clips, editing, and yeah, they may achieve all of these things. Great for them. By all means, that is great. But it is a product for me to consume, to watch, and I genuinely believe that many of these people want me to genuinely get some value from it. But no. There's too much pressure out there. No matter how conscious we can be about, I need to slow down, I need to do better, I need to take more rest so that I can get more energy to do the things I like. No matter how good we are at being in this mind space. And so I've been falling into that trap of watching these videos, getting really overwhelmed, looking at myself like, I can never be one of them. All the while, my logical, realistic brain knowing that that was never me in the first place and I don't have to be like them by any means. But I thought I'd just tell you these things. And perhaps I also want to chat about how I'm going to approach myself, because I did some brain dumping, brain searching, soul searching. I had a serious conversation with myself, because 2023 has been a really, really shitty year for me, and for my loved ones as well. And usually I'm not even that kind of person who makes a big deal out of a new year, but this year I am, because I want 2023 to be over. I just want it to be over, start a new year. And I want to make it good, I have such a deep desire to make it a good one, just because it's been not good for such a long time. But that again puts the pressure on myself on what do I have to do in order to get that, in order to achieve that. And what does it even mean? What does it even mean to make a good year? What does that look like for me? So, first of all, I want to tell you, if you are one of those who feel bad about seeing all these videos and, wanting to plan and making big goals, but feeling like you don't have the capacity to do that, I want to tell you that is completely okay. That is fine. Embrace it. It is totally fine. You don't need big plans. You don't need big goals. It's lovely when you have them and if you can achieve them, but by no means do you have to put that pressure on yourself. It's like taking a year off from, if you choose for this year to keep everything open, it's like taking a year off from school when you're in I'm not sure how school systems work in other countries, but here in Norway it's like when you're 18 you can take a year off where you just live. You just take a year off where you live, experience, you travel, you do things, and then you come back to it a year later. Now, please, by all means, give yourself that. If you don't want to plan, if you don't want to make big goals, if you want to leave the future open, then step into it like that with a free mindset, I would say. Maybe that is really easy to say because it isn't that easy. And if you are someone who wants to be able to plan, make your mental health a priority, make your healing a priority, make that your full-time job, because if you manage to heal, if you manage to create a healthy mental state for yourself, if you manage to become emotionally strong, you are unstoppable. I truly believe that. I truly believe that if we wire ourselves, in a positive and strong but kind way, and loving way, we are unstoppable beings. And so that leads me back to like the confusion and the clash that I had. Where I realized that, okay, no, I know now I cannot make any big plans for myself yet. I can't. It puts too much pressure. And this pressure, I already know now I'm going to fail if I'm going to write those goals down. It's because my mind isn't there yet. I'm not ready for it yet. But what can I do now? What can I do in 2024 to strengthen my ability to fulfill plans once I set them? Does that make sense? So, I don't have any specific goals for 2024. Nothing like set, like I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna achieve that, I'm gonna work on this, work on, but that's something else. Like, what do people even call, like, get a degree, or, make the most beautiful painting in the entire world, or I'm gonna make X amount of vlogs, or I'm gonna build my YouTube channel to this and this big. Whatever it is, whatever your goals are, I am steering away from those. I am leaving my future open. And by saying that, I feel I can breathe a little bit lighter, because I also realized that up until now, I have been setting goals for myself for each New Year's. I've been subconsciously setting goals for myself that I already knew I would fail at because I wasn't healthy enough to get there. But because I was, and still at times I am, in this self-sabotaging mode, I set these goals anyway, just so I can fail, just so I can talk crap about myself, just so I can feel bad about myself and just continue to be in this misery but comfortable cycle. Because that is it. When you are so familiar with kind of a certain depressive state, it becomes your comfort zone. And then even good things within you become something that you have to breach your comfort zone for. Does that make sense? I was listening to this book for a while ago, and The Mountain Is You, and she said a lot of good things. I can't remember 90% of it now, but she said, what was it that she said? That it's not only bad things that make us uncomfortable. It is good things too. It is positive change makes us uncomfortable, makes us scared. It's change in general that scares us. And so it makes sense that, like, because my pain was comfortable, I just kept doing those things, setting these goals, setting myself up to fail so I could stay in this miserable state because that is where I felt safe. Now, I have also learned that I've been living in this kind of survival mode basically my entire life. So I don't know how to rest. I don't know how to slow down. Or I'm starting to learn it now, but like up until now, I don't know how to live a mentally strong and healthy life so that I can reach for my innermost potential that I now realize that I have. And let me tell you, you have it too. You have so much potential. You have so much potential. And it's just the past, basically. It is the past, it is decisions, it is people, it is environment that have shaped us into the beings that we are now. And if we're not happy with who we are now, we need to take a stand for our own lives. We need to take control of who we are, of how our life is unfolding. And no, we cannot, it is difficult to control outward circumstances, but one thing we can control is our own emotional health, is our own mental strength, is our own ability to cope with situations and people. And so when I talk about taking control of my life, that is what I'm kind of aiming for, to get this emotional, to build this emotional strength and to build this mental strength. Now, where was I going with all of this? I've completely forgotten. This is the bad part of not having a script, because I just keep rambling. I had a thought and now it started there and now I'm there and I don't know how to get back to my little thing. Where was I? Where I wanted to go with all of this was how I'm going to approach 2024 planless. No plan whatsoever. I'm keeping 2024 open. I am just telling myself now, I am letting go of all the expectations. I am letting go of all the subconscious plans my ego wants me to make, and all the agreements I want to make with myself that if I make it or don't make it, I'm going to feel this in this way. No, I'm letting go of everything. I'm letting go of it all. 2024 is a completely blank canvas. The only thing I'm going to work on, if it's, the only thing I'm going to focus on, work on, is what I just said, becoming emotionally strong and mentally strong and mentally healthy. Now, I don't think I can heal from the things that I've struggled with for 20 years, and I can just in 1 year change it. But neither am I going to say that it's not possible, because anything is possible. But yeah, I'm letting go of all the expectations. I'm letting go of everything. I'm taking my free year from everything. I am just going to focus on becoming the strongest person inwardly that I can become. Because if I become strong here, I can create so much. I can tap into my potential. I can finally, I think at least, start creating art without fear. I can make so much art. I can find so much joy. I can find so much beauty. I can connect to so many beautiful souls. And I see now how being mentally ill for such a long time has deprived me of such important human needs, like having passions, like having beautiful people in your life, making beautiful connections, seeing beautiful things, acknowledging beautiful things. And I think that is also something that many may struggle with, or at least I struggle with, is that there is so much misery in the world. There is so much pain. There is so many horrific things going on in society. How can we allow ourselves to make a beautiful, joyful life when so many people are suffering? That is something that I've struggled with a lot, and I think I talked about this in an earlier vlog too. It's like, how can I allow myself to create a beautiful life when there is so much pain? How can I laugh until my belly hurts when I know someone's just lost their most precious person, or children are being beat in their home? This sounds absolutely horrible, but that is where my mind goes, and I can see the most horrific scenes in my head, and I stop everything I'm doing, because how can I find, sorry, it tears me up even, that's ridiculous, but how can I allow myself to see a beautiful life, to enjoy a beautiful life, when all these things are going on? And the only answer to that is because it's right. It is, once again, a human right to live a good life. That is my belief, at least. It is your simple human right to be happy, to feel loved, to feel safe, to have a roof above your head, to have clothes to wear, to be clean, to have food. I think I said that, I'm not sure. And my level of happiness is not to be degraded because the world is suffering. The rest of the world is supposed to be upgraded to my level of safety and comfort and love and happiness. That is what's right. And if I manage to let go of all the things I know will sabotage me in the long run, so making plans I know I can't keep, if I instead manage to actually become a healthy, mentally and emotionally strong human being, I can start doing things and have the energy to make beautiful, positive changes for this society, for this world, even in the tiniest of ways, even in just the tiniest of ways. And I hope any of this makes sense to any of you. Like, I want to tell you, prioritize your well-being, prioritize your mind, prioritize your ability to love, to give and to receive kindness, prioritize to heal your heart, prioritize to find the beauty in the smallest of things, prioritize the everyday moments. Because that is what ultimately will help. I believe. Now, you might completely disagree, but that is what ultimately will make the world a better place. That sounds very cliche, doesn't it? But I think it is true. That is ultimately what the world, what society will gain the most of if you find your strength, if you find your ability to love and be kind, find your love for yourself, and make the beauty you deep inside know you can make. If you manage to tap into your potential, that is what can save the world. But that was not even the topic I was going to talk about. I was just going to talk about 2024, facing it as a blank canvas. I want it to be open. I want to, for the first time in my life, just let it happen. I want to find the control within myself to be strong, and I want life itself to happen. Unfold itself. Utfolde. That is, what is the English word for that? Yeah. I just want it to happen. And see all the beauty I can find in the simple moments. So, if you too are upset, or not even upset, but like a little bit overwhelmed by seeing all these beautiful plans and goals and the journals and things that people plan to do and the things that they managed to achieve in 2023, why not try to just don't make any plans. Don't make any plans. Let the only plan be that you will become the strongest, most powerful in the sense of, again, emotional health and mental health that you can be, so that you can be the best version of yourself. Because when you are the best version of yourself, you can give the most to yourself, to those around you, to the world itself. And together we can make the world a more beautiful place. Jeez, how did I end up here? This was like... The worst part is that I'm serious. I am actually serious. I am serious. So why am I laughing about it? Just because it just sounds so, yeah. Just, if you can become the best version of you, you are doing the world and society a huge favor, I think. Just be you. Find you. I will find me. I will be me. I don't know who me is yet. I know there's a lot. There's so much potential. Also, last thing before I stop this ramble, I want you to know, and now don't look away, you are worthy. You are worthy to live. You are worthy to be loved. Your feelings are valid. Everything about you is valid. Even though you don't feel like you achieve or do or are anything, even if you feel like the most depressed version of yourself you've ever been, you are worthy to live. You are worthy to have a beautiful, beautiful life. You are worthy to be loved, and you are loved. And if you don't feel loved by anyone who you know around you, maybe if you don't even know anyone, just know that there are people out there, me being one of them. We love you because we know that there are people out there suffering. And that love and that connection of suffering sounds weird, but it brings so much love. It brings so much love. So know that you are loved. I love you. So, yeah. I guess this was a little end of the year chat from my part. Yeah, you are worthy. You are worthy to live. You are worthy to have the most beautiful life, no matter how big or how small. Just last thing, and then I'm going to shut up. Just be kind. Just be kind to yourself and to those around you. Yeah. It's time to end this, I think. My cheeks are so red because I'm so hot. I'm so hot. It's just, this fireplace is really just blazing in my face, and I'm like sweating like a pig, and that's not appropriate to say, but it's true. Ah, gosh. Be kind. You are worthy. If you like, don't make any plans for 2024. Just take care of yourself and see where it takes you. I love you. Let me know if I should chat to you again, or if I should never do it again because I just talked too much and none of it made sense. Yeah. I hope it did though. I hope you got something from it. And if you enjoyed it, I invite you, fellow traveler, to like and subscribe if you feel like it. If you want to become a part of this tiny community, it would just mean the whole world for me if you did. If you stayed. So, time to shut up. Thank you everyone for listening, and I will see you very, very soon. Until then, take care, be kind to yourself, love yourself. Yeah, love yourself. Really, love yourself. And know that you are worthy of everything good coming your way. So, I'll see you.